Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's Friday, March 15th, and I just woke up. I feel very erkältet, like you say in German. I'm feeling kind of under the weather. I guess you can hear it a little bit on my voice. My nose is stuffed and my throat is hurting. And I actually wanted to write a blog, but then I thought it would be a little bit faster to record a video. The reason for this is that I've been up until 2:30 last night. It's what time is it now? It's almost 11 o'clock now, and I've been up that late because I was talking to one of my closest friends, and he is struggling with things in life. And those were things that many people struggle with these days, what I hear around me. So what I always try to do with my platforms on social media is to tell people what I learned, you know, and I don't pretend to know it all, and I'm not always making the best choices and do the right things, but I always try to do, and I always try to remove negative thoughts from my head, and I really trained myself to think differently. Because when you think differently, you act differently. And that's helped me a lot, I can say. So I was talking to my friend, and he has such high standards for himself. And yeah, that's okay. It's okay that you have certain kind of goals. But when your goals are not sustainable, or they're kind of hard to reach, it's better to divide them in sub-goals. And the chances are that you then get less discouraged when you don't reach them right away. So because he sets these high standards for himself, he gets so disappointed in himself when he can't reach those goals. And then it's like this negative snowball effect. The thing that helped me a lot in the past years is watching a lot of helpful YouTube videos. Brendon Burchard, Tony Robbins. I'm very much into Stephan Labossiere. I'm sharing a lot of stuff from him on my socials. Lewis House also invites lots of interesting and helpful people. I got to know John C. Maxwell. I love his work. I love his energy. And Mylett is one of my favorite dudes these days. They're also passionate, you know, and one of my friends told me the other day, why are you watching those videos on such a regular basis? I mean, don't you know those things? But yeah, you know certain things, but it doesn't hurt if you hear those positive things on a daily basis, because then you really can reprogram yourself when you hear those positive and inspiring words every day. You know, and you should not take your health for granted, or your mental health, because you really become what you think about. You know, it's really like that. And when you don't like yourself, when you don't really love yourself, I know it sounds super corny and it's super cliche, but it's so true. You really have to like yourself, and you can only like yourself if you make choices for yourself that you feel good about. You know you have certain flaws and you give in to them. For example, a quick temper, or you're fighting an addiction or whatever. Every time you have a setback, yeah, you feel bad about yourself, and you have to do things and make choices for yourself that you can be proud of. Just try to be a good human. And the thing that many of the people that I follow on YouTube are saying is that you have to be in service of others. You know, how can you add value to other people's lives? And that is something that I try to do with my social media. I love it to bring a smile to your faces, you know, with my silly memes or with my blogs. But most of all, I really want to help people. You know, I really want to help people to, oh, my arm is dying on me. I really want to help people to become better versions of themselves, because it has helped me so much, you know, to listen to those helpful YouTube videos on a daily basis And it was during my work, or when I was having a walk, or when I'm meal prepping. You know, it's not that you have to sit still and you have to watch those videos. No, you can just either convert them to MP3s or find the podcast, put it on your iPod or whatever, and you listen to it. I listen to it when I'm traveling with public transport. You know, I'm listening all day, every day to those motivating and inspiring words. And trust me, that has changed me so much. And at the moment, I'm feeling really well. I'm feeling really well about myself, about the person I became, and how I can add value to other people's lives. And it means a lot that people confide in me what they're going through. And sometimes people message me and they tell me their life story, and I'm like, wow, thank you so much for telling me that, you know, and maybe you can look at it this and this way. And when I was talking to my friend last night, I never used the word must, you know, because it's some kind of natural thing from humans that when you tell somebody they must do something, that they'll be like, mwah. So I always choose my words carefully, you know. What I learned in the past couple of years is the way you talk to yourself and the words you use are having such a big effect on how you act and how you feel. So I told my friend last night, maybe it would be better if you could do it like this, or maybe you could think like this and that, and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, we had such a good conversation. And even though I was very tired, I've been working overtime at the airport because it was crazy with all the disruptions. And I actually wanted to go to bed early last night. But then that came up, and it was really, really well invested time, because after our conversation, my friend was feeling way better. And he thanked me for my positive energy and my inspiring words. And yeah, it was really exactly what he needed at that time. So even though I was tired and I wasn't feeling very well, it was good to be able to help him with that. And then this morning I heard about one of my friends who was going through a breakup, and she said that she was feeling very lonely. And I get that. There are moments that I feel lonely as well, and that I want to be cuddled or I want to be held, you know. But what I really learned in the past couple of years is to really try to be thankful for the things that are going well. You know, if you constantly focus on things that are lacking in your life, then you're going to be quite unhappy, let me tell you that. But if you focus on things that are going well for you and the things that you have in life, your whole mindset is going to change. And what I really would advise people to adapt to is to know that it sounds so corny, it sounds so super lame, but your happiness, your fulfillment really should come from yourself. You have to do things for yourself in order to feel fulfilled. And that fulfillment and that validation, it's better when it's not coming from the outside, from other people, because you can never rely on other people, you know. You came into this world alone, and you will go alone. Okay, that sounded a little bit harsh, but what I mean to say is that when you feel lonely and you expect or want someone else to fill up that loneliness, that is really bound to be unsuccessful. And I know it's easier said than done. You know, I know that I can tell you guys you should be happy and make yourself happy, but some people are like, how? Where do I start? Well, I'm sounding like a broken record, but what I really would advise you to do is to start following people who inspire you, people you look up to, people you can learn from. Watch those YouTube videos, you know, listen to those people and like those videos, not only to support them, but only so that YouTube gives you other suggestions for other people and other videos. Because if it weren't for the people that I'm following already, I would have never heard about the other people that I'm following right now. So that is really interesting. And start making yourself happy, you know. And I know everybody wants to be the best partner and the best mom and the best employee and whatever, but everything starts within yourself. I always say you cannot pour from an empty cup, so try to take care of yourself. And self-care is not being selfish, you know. I truly believe that you have to take care of yourself first. It's even on an airplane, you know, when the shit hits the fan and those oxygen masks come out, the instructions say help yourself first before you help others. So yeah, it's really like that in life, you know. And I'm not saying that you only have to think about yourself, because the art of living, or the secret to living, is giving, like Tony Robbins says. I absolutely agree to that. So take care of yourself first and help others. Be in service of others, you know. And another thing that I read about was when you feel lonely or you feel sad, try to do something good for someone else, you know. And when you see how you can make someone else happy, you know, you can get some of those vibes back. And it's not quid pro quo, you know, you do something for someone else to gain something from it. No, you have to do it from the pureness of your heart. But I think it's a really good thing to be in service of others and to add value to other people's lives in whatever way is possible. And yeah, try to adjust your vocabulary. One of the things that helped me a lot is to delete the word hate from my vocabulary. I used to say, oh, I hate this, I hate that, blah, 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 nah. Yeah, but then you are constantly staying in that state, in that agitated, fed up state. But when you choose your words carefully, I actually don't even curse anymore. And I used to curse like a sailor, I can tell you that. But if you delete all those negative words from your vocabulary, you really start to change, you know. And some people say, I can't do this or I can't do that. That's also what my friend told me last night, but I can't do this. And I said, no, you can't doesn't exist. You know, you have to reprogram yourself. It's better to reprogram yourself and to think like, I'm not there yet, but I will do my best that I can to get there. And it's like a marathon and it's not a sprint. And I know I'm throwing all these cliches at you right now, but it's really true what they say, and those things really help me a lot. And if I can do a 180, you can do too. I absolutely believe that. It's a matter of reprogramming your mind, recognizing when you have weak moments, and yeah, search for things that work for you, because the things that worked for me don't have to necessarily work for you, but you have to find your way in that, you know. For example, with my ADHD, I would love to read books, but reading books, whoa, that's so exhausting. After one page, I'm like, the fuck did I read? So those podcasts and listening to those YouTube videos, that's better for me. And it's the same content, it's the same motivation, it's just being digested better in my brain. So yeah, find the thing that works for you. Know that happiness and fulfillment come from yourself, from the inside. Try not to look for validation outside of yourself. Know that you are good enough, and know that whatever it is that you're going through, it is temporary. You know, sadness is temporary, heartache is temporary, happiness is temporary. You never know when that might end. So enjoy every day. Carpe diem. Here she goes again with the cliches, but it's really true. And try to be a good human. Try to adjust your vocabulary, and yeah, try to be a good human and help others. Okay. This is the end of my rant. I did it in one take. Sorry for being so erkältet. Yeah, I hope I will feel better soon, because my explant surgery is coming up in 1.5 weeks and I have to be fit for that. So I really have to sleep better. Well, I hope this was helpful. I know I was a little bit all over the place, but I really felt that I had to tell you guys this because it helped me so much, and I'm receiving messages on a regular basis from people who are struggling with self-doubt and how to move on in life from certain things. And like I said, I'm still stuck in life with certain things as well, you know, and I don't pretend to know it all. I can just tell you what helped me, and I feel actually kind of good. And I'm happy, and there's so much that I look forward to in life, and I wish that all for you as well. Right is not my best side, so I'm going to switch here. I'm going to wrap up this video here on my left side. I hope it was helpful, and yeah, I wish you guys all the best. Be a good human. Know that validation should not come from the outside, but try to seek fulfillment from the inside. Make choices that make you happy. Self-care isn't selfish. The secret to living is giving. Improvise, adapt, overcome, and just be you. Enough with corniness right now. Big kiss, big hug for you all, and I hope this was helpful. If it was helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, tag those friends who might need these words as well, and know that everything will turn out for the better. Big kiss. Mwah.